co-creators. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
What's going on? Obviously, I have a special guest today. Introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Nikka. Just like Rihanna, just one name. You don't have to get my last name. I don't need you doing a Google search on me. We're not Googleable yet. Oh yes, I am Googleable.
Googleable. Is that?
Googleable. Yeah.
I like that. That's like a new term.
Yeah,
Googleable.
you want to be Googleable at least, you know.
I don't need extra syllables in words because I already struggle with regular words.
Googlyable. That's
Googlyable.
it.
Okay, so what do you do? What do you do? I'm gonna let you have the floor.
Well, I am a singer. I sing with many bands. Many people think that's just I guess what people call a band singer. And I do it for a living.
That's so awesome.
It's fun. I love to go to work. It's cute. It's fun to, dress up and play the fantasy, I guess. If you think about it, you're giving everyone that experience, whether it's the girlfriend experience or the best friend experience or the sister experience. You're giving everybody a certain experience that they can take home, and you get to give a piece of yourself every single time, and I love that.
That is so cool. It's like you're like a great example of bringing something that you love to do and turning it into something that can actually pay bills. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I mean, I preach that all the time. I mean, I'm all about doing things that I love to do and turning my passion into my profit.
Yes, yeah. And they say if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life if you love what you do.
I don't know about that part.
Well, you know what? Because
I'll be working.
You're right, because it is hard, and of course it looks glamorous, and there are times where I get like, I'm tired, and do we have to sing this song again, or is it really dragging? Can we? Okay, I won't fall asleep. I used to get so amazed at watching some of my band members that, of course, I'm coming in new, years ago when I started. And I would see some of my band members literally fall asleep while they're playing. And it was so amazing because I'm like, they're still keeping the beat. They're still actually like doing the change. Like it was their muscle memory, but they were still playing. But sleep. Like nodding on the drums. Like it would be so funny. But I can see that, it can get it can get draining. And I think that's with any person that has to always give of themselves. When you're giving part of your creativeness, it's just a drain. After a while, people do like 2 or 3 shows a night. Yeah.
It takes a lot out of you.
Definitely, because you have to act like it's the first time every time you sing it, even if it's the 300th time you sing it. I've done many songs that I've done many times, and every time I have to act like, yeah, we're finna do this. Oh, we're doing that. So
I'm so excited.
But it's fun.
Right.
But it's still, at the end of the day, it's a good exhaustion. It's sweet sleep.
Yes.
Sleep just it's sweet, and I wouldn't trade it. It used to be a scary thing when I went full time, just because of all the things that people were like, what are they gonna say, or people are gonna, what if I can't handle my bills, doing this. But I stepped out on faith, and that's literally what I think anyone has to do when you're trying to do something that's your passion, that's your heart. Sometimes you really do have to step out. And, I'm not saying that I am Kim Kardashian rich at all. Now, I'm not even like Karen Kardashian rich or Diana Kardashian. I don't know how many Kardashians, but I'm not that rich. I'm not even like the cheapest, the brokest Kardashian rich. But I can truly say that at the end of the day, what I do, I'd rather be broke. I can't say that. That's a lie. I would rather do what I do 8 hours a day than sitting behind a desk 8 hours a day and making the same amount of money. Like if I can make the same amount of money that I would working 40 hours a week for someone else, yeah, you know, and that's kind of how it's been. You know, I've still been able to pay my bills and, you know, live modestly, but still good. You know, everybody's healthy, everybody's fed, you know, roof over our heads, heat now.
Right.
You know, food on the table, all of that, you know. So it's a beautiful thing. And, you know, I always thank God for that, because I know for a fact that it was not me by myself. You know, all the doors that have opened just from the networking and the artist community is just been a beautiful thing, you know.
That's so dope. I mean, you're a testimony. A lot of people, they are afraid to step out and do that thing they love, and to hear someone saying that they actually put themselves out there on faith, doing something that they love and having success. And sometimes we look at success as being like this big old glamorous thing of driving the fancy cars and living in the big houses, but success is just you actually reaching your goals that you set, whatever that goal is.
And you know what, I'll even say, go further to even say that sometimes you're, you know, making it, or that success is usually measured by someone else. When you spend so much of your time measuring your success by someone else's expectations. You know, I'll say, just even from my own family, my mom still is wondering when I'll get a real job. Still, you know, and I'm like, right. You know, but even still, she's like, oh yeah, you know, it's much. And don't get me wrong, my mom's very supportive. She is my number one fan and my worst critic at the same time. But yeah, she'll still say that, you know. But you know, after a while, you have to stop going by other people's idea of success or accomplishments. You know, I did the homeowner and the married with kids and that means, and the good job, you know, but that means you made it. But if you're not happy, did you really make it?
Exactly.
You know, and you know, even with my kids, they have more respect actually for me, especially my older ones, who saw me as the working mom, you know, working and picking them up and cooking and cleaning and doing this and putting what she wanted to do on the back burner, but still they still saw it, you know. Even when I wasn't performing, I might have been in the studio working on the album that never got released, or working on, you know, directing plays at the church and or doing the praise dancers and court. You know, they always saw I was trying to get my outlet somewhere, you know. So when I went full time, I even had my oldest son even said, he came to me and told me he was so proud of me.
That's cool.
And
that's
that
so
was
cool.
like, to me, I was like, that's like the best. That was just the best. There was so much confirmation. He was like, I just want you to know, I'm really proud that, you know, you're doing your thing, and I see that it's making you happy, and it inspires me. And I was just like, like all this time I've been trying to inspire your butt to do stuff, all that, you know, but
right, you didn't even know where that inspiration was coming from.
Yeah, that he was like, wow, you just really, you did it, you really did it. And I was like, I did, didn't I? He's like, yeah. So the fact that he even said that was just like, that's all I needed. I'm like, if my kids are good,
and now you set the tone now. Now they know, wow, I can actually do these things. So
we don't need this we don't need to go by the typical structure of, okay, go, you know. And I've never told my kids not to go to college. I've never told them not to, you don't need that. I always made sure that they were able to do or take whatever path they wanted, you know. You know, I always tell my son, don't feel pressured to go to college if it's not for you. I'm not gonna like force you to go, but if you feel like you do better at a trade school, let's go. If you feel better that you rather just, you know, I just want to work, I have this really good job and I'll go to school and work, do that, do that, but do something. Do something to where you can express who you are, you know. So I've always given them that, but never wanted them to copy me. Like, I don't want you to be me, I want you to be of me, you know.
You kind of want to be you a little bit.
No, I don't actually, because I see myself in each of my children on some level. Like, no, they're not gonna get up on stage and get on a mic and, you know, just whatever. They're not gonna do that. But one is a writer, you know, one is a great musician, one is an artist, you know. So they have all of these different talents that I see of myself, and I'm like, yeah, I did that. You're welcome. So I will take that, but no, I'm not gonna make them like, okay, we're gonna get you in front of this audition.
Jackson 5.
Yeah, I'm not a stage mom. My mom taught me not. She was not a stage mom. She allowed me that space to do. If I said, "Mommy," and I told her that. I said when I was little, I was like, "I'm not gonna get married. I'm gonna have a dog, a Black Panther, a white tiger, and a monkey. And I'm gonna have a chef and a driver and a live-in boyfriend." And she said, "Okay, let's get you to that." And I told her, I said, I want to be an actor, I want to be an actress, I want to do movies, I want to do commercials, I want to model. And she said, "Okay, let's do that."
Yeah.
My sister wanted to be the wife. She wanted to cook. She wanted to be a lawyer. She wanted to have the 2 kids, So my mom said, okay,
wow,
let's get you there. So so she taught my sister like how to cook and what to, what goes with this and use cornstarch. She taught my sister all that kind of stuff. She didn't teach me that. Should have.
Had to learn on your own.
Had to learn late. Like, Mom, I don't know how to make meatloaf, And she was like, "Well, I didn't teach you that because that wasn't supposed to be where you were going." But,
right.
Life happens. But, yeah, my mom always made room to gave us room for creativity. And, but never pushed. But if I said I wanted to do this audition, she made sure I got there. If I said I needed an agent, she made sure I got an agent. And as always, like I said, she's my biggest fan and my worst critic because she will humble me so fast.
Right. Well, being present, that's in treating your kids like real people instead of treating them like copies of you. Mm-hmm. That goes a long way. I know a lot of parents try to put their kids in a certain box and all that. The fact that she actually let you choose and she supported that, that's awesome.
100% support. And I always did that for my own, like because that's how I was raised. I'm like, I'm not gonna make you go to the same high school I went to. I never got that. Go to the college and you got to go here because that's where we went. Well, why?
Right.
This is not. I've always even told my children I am not in charge of your feelings. I'm not responsible for your feelings, so I can't tell you how to feel. I've always hated when parents would say, "You can't get mad."
Sure I can.
How can I? How you gonna tell? That was such a oxymoron. Like, how do you tell somebody how to feel? And I always impress that upon mine. Like, you can be happy, sad, mad. Those are your feelings. You were born with those. They're not mine. I have my own to deal with, and that's a whole nother subject. So if you get mad, be mad, but don't slam my door.
My door.
Don't slam my door.
Exactly.
You can have your feelings, but you better not slam my door. You better go right. You better use that in a, I would always say, turn your negative to a positive. If you're mad at me, write about it.
Right, make a story. There
make
you go.
A story.
Yeah.
And I've read stories. Trust me, they have written stories, and I'm like, do you hate me low key? Like, are you
right? See, I was never bold enough to write a story about my parents. I just knew they was gonna find it. I didn't have the courage to do that.
Literally found it like years later where it wasn't a big deal. But I'm like, they're like the evil woman who walks in the world, and I'm like, is that me? Y'all talking about me? But hey, you didn't slam my door. And it helped with your vocabulary. We got a win-win. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, cool. This is so cool. I'm so glad you took a moment to talk to me. A little snapshot.
You asked.
Yes, a little snapshot about your life and how you doing with your kids and your career and everything. And it's so awesome. I mean, I feel like there's so much more we could talk about. Yeah. But I do short little snippets just to keep people curious. And so that's all we got, folks.
Yeah. And if you're interested in seeing me, I always post on Instagram. You can follow me on Foxy Ma. That's FOXXYMA. And I'm not saying I'm foxy. It's just,
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right, Foxy Ma. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed it.
Yes. See you later. Bye-bye.